Hey everybody. Looks like I'm upside down. Really? Okay. Hmm. Just a moment. Just rotate it like this. Hey everyone, good evening. Hope you're all doing well. I'm just gonna wait till some more people enter the live stream. And also for people who are watching this later on, this is going to be a video about the new moon in Libra on the 25th and today, the 26th of September. And today I will go through all the signs. So I will discuss all the signs from starting with Aries, and I recommend you to watch your sun sign, your ascendant sign, and your moon sign. This time I did not look up my cat because my cat is usually very present. So I'm gonna take the risk and see what happens. If she jump in the screen or play around, but let's see how it goes. Yeah, so it's really good to connect to you all again. First of all, I would like to know who's from where, who's connecting from where, and also, are any of you like really feeling this new moon in Libra already? Does it have any impact on your life so far? I would like to know. Let me see if I can. Alrighty. Just gonna open the program right now. Okay, I don't think anybody really checked in yet, so I'm just gonna start recording and then you can watch it back later on. So yeah, this new moon in Libra, obviously it just started. We just had the equinox, right? We just started with the sign of Libra on the 23rd of September, and we're having this new moon in Libra at 2 degrees and 48 minutes. And it's really depends on where you are at this time in the world, because for some of you, the new moon happened yesterday, and for others, it's happening today. Yesterday, unfortunately, hi, Stephen, Nashville, very nice. So for some of you, like this new moon is happening today, and for others, it was yesterday. But anyway, the influence is there, and I just want to talk a little bit about what this new moon is about, because the energies are usually present a few days before and a few days after this new moon. And up until now, we still have Mercury retrograde, but the ending is near. Okay, it will end on the 2nd of October, and usually it will, like, the shadow period will be over, like, to be safe, like, wait until a week after. And soon enough, we're going to have also Mars retrograde. I made a separate video about Mars retrograde and all the signs. So if you want to know, like, okay, what does that mean for my sign? I recommend you to check that out as well. Hi, I'm from the Netherlands, guys. So I'm Dutch, but I'm living in Spain. I'm in the southern part of Spain for now. Very nice, very warm still. It's really nice weather. It's about well, we talk about degrees, but it's like 28 degrees today, so it's still pretty warm, which is really nice. Houston, Texas, very nice. Nice to see you all. Oh, it's also warm there. So yeah, this new moon is really all about rebalancing, but there is also a little bit of confusion. So I'm going to explain soon to you what that means. Also, I will just talk a little bit in general about this new moon, and then I will discuss the different signs. And then when I'm done, you can ask some questions in general about astrology. Oh, very nice. It's a nice place to live. So yeah, when we're done, we can just talk a little bit about astrology in general or about this new moon. But I'm trying to cover the most possible already before. So the thing is, we have this new moon in Libra, right? So this is all about justice. It is about balance. It is a lot about relationships. So Libra really is a sign that wants to relate to other people. That's why it's related to relationships. So it's mainly romantic relationships, but it can also be other types of relationships. Because Libra wants justice and balance in all sorts of ways. So, for example, if you would have, we all have a bit of Libra in our chart, right? This is where this new moon will take place. So, for example, if that's in your fourth house in your natal chart, you would be someone that has their house like really in order, very symmetrical. Because Libra likes beauty, it likes balance, and it really needs like everything harmonious. So where Libra is in your chart, brings a place where you would like to have harmony. So, for example, I have Libra in my 11th house, and in general, it's really easy for me to attract new friends, and I like to have harmony among my friend groups. Like when there is a conflict, I usually feel very uncomfortable. So this is the sign of Libra, right? It feels uncomfortable when there's conflict. It feels uncomfortable when things are out of balance. It wants to for everybody to feel equal. Okay, so everybody is equal. Libra moon, Libra sun present. So yeah, this full or this new moon is definitely affecting you, and it's also a really good day. So after um, this live stream, I would recommend you to make like a little list of every intention you want to set for the upcoming months until it will be full moon in Libra again. Because the new moon, it's all about new intentions. It's kind of like it's really dark when it's a new moon, right? So everything is dark, everything is covered. So this is where you set your new intentions and you spread it out, and during the full moon this might actually come to fruition, so you can do a little bit of a manifestation today, and especially when it comes to relationships. And Libra also rules, it's ruled by Venus, so it also rules money, it rules grace, it rules beauty. So these are subjects that will come up, and there's definitely kind of a trigger that you want to harmonize things with people, like you want to talk things through, because we have a conjunction with Mercury that's retrograde. So maybe you want to talk with people from the past, Then it's conjuncting Venus. So we have kind of a stellium, but like true Venus and Libra. The thing is, it's opposing Neptune. So Venus and Mercury retrograde are opposing Neptune, and this creates complete confusion. So it's like, okay, I want to talk things through, and in the middle of my conversation, I have no idea what I said. I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know what I mean. So there's a lot of California, nice, Netherlands. Yeah, so there's a little bit of a confusion. Like you want to talk things through, and maybe you say things without thinking. Maybe you say things and the other person doesn't get it right, like understands a completely different thing than what you've said. So there is a little bit of a confusion in communication. So it's like there is a desire um, to harmonize, but it's been taking the wrong way. So I don't know if any of you have experienced that in these days, but yeah, this might come up. Then we have Mars, and it's really in a nice trine with um, Saturn. So we want to work hard, we want to achieve our goals, but Mars is squaring Neptune as well. So it's like you have all these ideas, but somehow there's not enough energy to really go for it. So it's like you have all these ideas, all these motivations. We have a trine with almost the whole stellium with Pluto. So there's a lot of power, there's a lot of willingness to get things done, but somehow it takes longer than you want it to be done. So there's a little bit of a confusion like, okay, I know what I want to do, I know what I need to do next, but I'm confused. Like, it seemed like such a good idea. And then when you're in the process, it's like something is stopping you. So, first we have Mercury retrograde, which is more about revising things that you already have done or things that you're already doing instead of creating something new. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Yeah, this is really a confused confused state. So wait this time over to actually re-talk things through, because Mercury retrograde does bring up things that were already kind of in your thoughts, because Mercury is communication, but it's also thoughts, right? So there were already thoughts that came up, but Neptune makes everything confused and things like become really foggy. And Pluto makes you feel very powerful about these ideas that you're having. So like if you want to make like intentions, you can do it like through a few ways. Like you can make a little list of things that you really want. I would choose like one or two things that really some things you really want, like really desire, because if you focus on too many things, that's going to be confusing. So I would stick to Libra, the sign of Libra. So that's money, relationships, harmony. So you can manifest anything in this area, and then you can make a little shrine, for example, with candles, like gemstones, and do a prayer, and or a manifestation, like it's already there. So you start like visualizing that you have it, and it's such good news that finally you have your new job with a better salary, or that your dream partner is there. So you start to really visualize it. The thing is that manifestations, they do come at the right timing at the right time. So sometimes they come a little bit later, and this is where also astrology comes into place, right? Like sometimes it's a better time to manifest something than another time, because it has to be divine timing. And this is why I like to combine astrology with intuition, because both together they work best. So nothing is really set, right? Like um, the Mercury retrograde. So any planet retrograde brings up issues that were already there. You might change your mind, or one of the two might change your mind after after it's over, right? But I always say if a relationship does not survive a retrograde, it's usually for a reason. It is already something unspoken for a while. But people tend to come back together after it's over, or it's really permanent. It's really, I mean, it's different for each couple, right? So not everything is set, because the Neptune does make things foggy, so things do need to take time. But I always say if you would like to have someone back, or there was some misunderstanding, it's always good to focus on yourself and really start first seeing what it is that is good for you. So your own goals, your own things that you want to do. So the energy comes back to you, so you become more magnetic, and this is the biggest chance to have someone back. But I always say you cannot control the outcome, right? You can attract someone similar or better. That's another option. So yeah, we have a lot of Pluto energy, right? And Pluto is also still retrograde, so we have quite some retrogrades in the chart at this time. And Mars is also in the shadow period already a little bit. It will start on the 30th of October. So for now, we're still kind of good. But Neptune is squaring Mars all the way through October almost as well. So there will be a little bit of a lack of motivation for a lot of people. But it could also mean high ideals. So Neptune has different like levels. So Neptune can be confused, foggy, strange. How can you work with Neptune? So for example, there are people who have the sun with Neptune, the moon with Neptune, and this can make you someone either really confused, always foggy, or someone very, very, very spiritually awakened. So Neptune wants to go to the highest level. It rules Pisces in 12th house. It's the last piece of the pie where you release all your karma and you go to the highest level of consciousness. So if you want to go like work with Neptune, that dissolves everything. You have to work with something like your guides or your higher self to actually integrate it. Otherwise, it will become foggy. So the way you can see with Neptune is through your third eyes, through visions, through meditation. This is when things become clear, right? So for example, for me, I have my moon in my 12th house. So my feelings are not very visible for me. Sometimes I have no idea what I'm feeling. I feel like a lot of people around me, and this makes me really good with doing readings. But yeah, it's like this is how you can work with is to actually meditate, right? And that then I know how I feel, and I have to make sure there's no one else in my energy, so I can clearly like you know, see what's mine and what's from other people. Um, Okay, so I'm gonna just go through all the sides, okay? And then if you have some questions, just let me know. But maybe I will answer some of the questions. Oh, another 12th house moon. Yes. This is really like, it's confusing, you know? So sometimes I people put me in the spot, like, what are you feeling? And I'm like, I'm feeling a lot of things right now, but I can't put it into words. So I really learned how to sit down and come back to people and say, okay, right now I don't know what I'm feeling, but I'm gonna tell you later. So I can detach, really meditate, and then tell my feelings, because we're so used to tell people how we feel and to express ourselves like in the moment. And some people actually need time to process, especially if you have a lot of water in your chart. You pick up a lot of energies from the collective or 12th house. It's like you're super overwhelmed, so you don't know exactly what you're feeling until you're in peace. Um, so this is a way how to cope with a lot of water in your chart, for example. Um, Yeah, because if you have a lot of empathy in general, you tune into other people subconsciously, where and you pick up their energies. So then you're like, okay, I have a headache, and sometimes it's not even yours, which is really strange phenomena, right? But if you know how to detach and how to cut cords and these kind of things, you can really see the difference, like before and after, how you're feeling, and then you know what's yours and what's from other people. So I'm just gonna open the program, and then okay, did I cover everything? Yeah, because we have Sun and Moon opposing Jupiter as well. Yeah, this is a lovely placement, but the thing is with it's like making you feel very romantic. That's another thing. Like, actually, the other side of things right now could be you're super in love with someone without knowing them really well. So this is another way. Like maybe if you just met someone, you're like, oh, this is the one. This is it. This is the love of my life, and this is without thinking too much. This is also Neptune. It's like idealizing a relationship, or thinking, oh wow, I'm gonna have so much money, right? Like this grandiose ideas that you like. Sometimes it does come with Neptune. If you're on a higher frequency, Neptune works, but if not, it's just a fog that's not clear. So you might see people not very clear, you might see your job not very clear, okay? So but also you can use these energies to set intentions and to create uh, these love and money attraction by amplifying them through intentions, and then it can actually come your way. So let's see, do we have any Aries rising, Aries moon, Aries sun? Because I will start with that right now. Because for you, obviously, this new moon is going to be in your seventh house, okay? It is, though, the moon and the sun, because with a new moon, they're always in conjunction. It's really at the at the first, well, it's at the second degree. So we call that in the first decan. So it could be for some of you still in the sixth house. So always check your chart, right? I'm gonna work with the equal house system right now. So if the degrees are still in the house before, check the sign before yours. So you can make sure that you have kind of the energies, okay? Because I'm doing general readings and it's really hard to to cover the energies for everyone. So you just gotta play around a little bit with um, what it means for you. So, yeah, this new moon is going to be in your seventh house, and it's opposing Jupiter in your first house. So, this is really lovely, actually. Put the chat up, like, to see if I can see your messages as well. Yeah, that'd be nice. Anyhow, so yeah, you have this really like